Hello, my name is Angela Miller of Concordia Consularis, the spiritual and business agency of the fifth world of peace. Our episode today is all about your backbone and how important that is to your existence and the way that you do business. So how have I come to that conclusion? Never heard of that before? Well, backbone is important. Sometimes we associate weakness with back pain, or people that experience no backbone are unable generally to move forward in what they're doing. So let's just have a little look at here. Backbone, when I refer to backbone, I'm talking about coccyx all the way to atlas there at the top of the spine. Now, if there is any type of inflammation, weakness, disjointedness, continual and permanent back pain that affects the large majority of people on the planet, it's costing the workforce huge amounts of currency, in one's journey and in one's output and input and what you can receive on the planet today. So it's really important to have good back health. Now, often we hear of a lot of men that maybe have issues with the back, with the spine. And why is this? Why is there this problem with the backbone? Now, often the impacts can come from birth, they come from financial pressures, but we tend to look at it from a spiritual perspective of what actually happens to the backbone in this existence. It's absolutely fascinating. So we can undergo and experience different conditions. We can be in car crashes. We can have all these situations and life traumas that affect the way that our spinal health functions. Now, some of you may have heard the term Kundalini. Some of you may have heard about spinal energy, about flow, about energy Reiki, Ki, Chi, that kind of thing. But what it really indicates is a movement towards the spinal energy. And can you feel that your backbone, your spine is in full alignment? Now, if it is in full alignment, you're going to feel the energy from the base of the spine, the sacral coccyx, to the atlas just beneath the skull there. These are really two important sites for you to take care of as part of your business and spiritual vehicle, this thing here, in the fifth world of peace. Now, you can see how very easily here by this diagram of somebody who's experiencing a car crash, and what the condition is called whiplash. Now, whiplash can bring masses of problems for the individual. It jolts the spine out of alignment with the atlas, causing a distortion in the natural flow of energy, because there's going to be pain there. It's a very sensitive part of ourselves, but it also supports the spiritual growth in the body. So spiritual growth in the body means the light and the evolution of that light here as a being in the fifth world of peace. So when you look at those disruptions over a long compacted period of time, we may not get the spiritual messages that we need from the cosmos to actually become manifest into our physical body, to be rooted at the base, at the sacrum, at the seat of your dreaming body, also of your first brain. So when you think of ourselves as largely a computational being of energy, of light, of compressed light in physical form here, which is the flesh, the bones, and the electrical energy that passes through it, if there are any disruptions to that, that's going to massively affect everything that we do, all the transactions that we have. And you probably know someone, in fact, who has a back injury, lower back pain on a continual basis, and that will dramatically affect the income that they have, the income that they generate with their own electrical currency generator that is known as the human being in the body. So what can we do? We can go and see some sort of chiropractor, we can see some sort of cranio-osteopath, but what the key issue is, what it boils down to, is the traumatic impacts at every single part of the spinal column. I'm just going to bring up a picture here that's going to talk us through what this damage is and where. Yeah, it's really fascinating because the better quality of spinal flow and lack of resistance and more movement within, you're going to experience a dramatically different scenario with your own personal health here. So here we have the atlas here, and we are seeing that here is C1, that's at the top. This is very important for your spiritual development, right the way down to here, sacrum, the seat of all our dreams, where we have our relationships, where we store psychic data about our experience, but also here is where we store all the data about our energy transfer here as a being of light. So if you put your feet on the floor, this will be your connection to the earthly plane, but also those energies will come up the spine and are largely responsible for your awakening, how conscious you are, and how you process the internal data in and out of your system. If sometimes there are very common areas here, L3 to L4 in specific cultures and races. In other areas, in all cultures, we see issues here at the back of the heart, known as the T's, but this will be anything from T3 down to T8. So look at this column here. This is your lumbar spine, your thoracic, and your cervical. When all are in complete alignment, it is literally like a pillar, the pathways to light. Fascinating. So if none of these are in function, what we can begin to experience is limits with the pain that's inserted into every vertebrae due to the traumatic experiences that we've had, whether we've fallen, been in an accident, been violently attacked, whatever the reason is. Or actually your lack of support on the planet. Do you have energetic support? If you don't have energetic support, you're continually self-reliant, you're continually on the treadmill, you are going to be experiencing some form of pain in the lower part of your spine, but also in the hips as well. So it all creates a bigger picture as to what you experience with the amount of pain that you carry in the body. So, hope you learned something a little bit different there today. Do look after your spines. There are many ways to do this. If you would like a consultation with myself, my name is Angela Miller. We are Concordia Consularis, the spiritual and business agency for the fifth world of peace. We assist your vehicle with the highest levels of service that help you to ignite your being so you can live the unlimited, infinite life that you were designed for. Fabulous. And everybody's entitled to it. This is your awakening. And I give thanks for that. So see you on the journey. If you have a comment, please do leave one below. This is absolutely amazing. I love you all. And I hope that you all have the most beautiful experiences in your own awakening within. And I give thanks for that. Click like, subscribe, share, and maybe pass this information for somebody that might need that sort of help. And we can arrange for that person to experience that degree of help. So lovely people. I do love you. And I think you're all wonderful. And I wish you all the very best.